What's up, guys? Welcome back to Real Talk Power Sports. And as I promised in the last video, and by the way, if you haven't seen the last video, I encourage you to go watch it. So some of the things that I'm going to talk about in this video will make sense for you. So if you haven't watched that, I encourage you to go back and watch that. And plus, I think you'll enjoy it. We got some awesome footage of the 500 and the 800. And in the next video that's after this one that you're watching now, you'll get to see a little bit of this in action, the 400. I even got to ride it and just had a good time on it. But anyways, you'll get to see that. But in this video, I wanted to tell you a little bit about a couple of issues I'm dealing with the 800. Up to this point, I have had 0 issues with any of my CFMOTOs, my personal ones. The orange CForce 600 on the 28-inch XM310s, I have it out in another shop. It's sitting there just cleaned up and ready to go for Mudbash this weekend. And we haven't touched it. We didn't drive it in the last ride, but it is ready to go. No issues with it. But I am having a couple with that. But first, I wanted to update you. This weekend, we will be at the Mudbash at Burdens Creek ATV Park in Collins, Mississippi. And we will be there on Saturday. I know I've been watching the weather, and we're still going to be there, rain or shine. So you can be looking for 2 orange tents. We'll have some signs up. I'll have a Real Talk Power Sports sign. Also, we'll have some CFMOTO banners. Like this one here. You'll build it, you'll see us, no problem. But anyways, we'll be there, and we will have Nicholas's 500 CForce there for you to check out. We will also have a CForce 400, Brother Aaron's 400. This is a 2018 model. It will be there on display for people to check out. Also for the 500, and of course we'll have my 800 and my wife's orange CForce 600 that you've seen several times on the channel. We will actually be, of course, running the 800 and the 600, but these guys here will just be trailer queens for the weekend. And this is just a good exposure time for CFMOTO. CFMOTO is still definitely growing. They have grown in leaps and bounds this year in 2020. They have sold way more than they anticipated on selling, but as you know, with things that's going on in the world, even Polaris and everybody else, all the dealerships are selling out of stuff. So, but anyways, we will be there. We'll be set up. You can come see us, and we'll have some tables set up for people to come through. It's a good opportunity for people to see these CFMOTOs in person. There's still a lot of skeptics out there, and so we're going to give them an opportunity to see them firsthand, and we will be putting the CForce 800 up against, I know one of my buddies from LC POWERSPORTS, Brandon, he will be there. We will be together set up, actually. We'll be hanging out at the same tent, and he'll have his Outlander 850 there. You've seen it go up against the 600, and so now we're going to rematch with the 800. It'll be a little bit closer battle. We'll be running the same tires, the 30-inch Cryptids, and we'll see if the 800 can hang with the Outlander. Also, he'll have a 2020 Razor high lifter there, so I'm super pumped about that. And I believe even they're bringing a Polaris Sportsman high lifter 850, so it's going to be awesome. We're going to have several different models there. There's going to be 3,000 to 4,000 people at the event, so I'm hoping to represent CFMOTO well and have a good time. But also, if you happen to be there, we will have these 28-inch XT300s there. We're selling them, and you have probably, if you've watched all my videos, you've probably seen every time these tires have ever been driven on. So they're in excellent shape. They're still like new. They've barely been ridden on. And we got the awesome System 3 bronze wheels. We will have them available for purchase at Burdens Creek ATV Park. We'll have some t-shirts, some hats, and so come see us at Burdens Creek ATV Park, and check out Nicholas's new shoes he's got. We haven't even drove them yet, except for just right around in the backyard just to see if it would scrub. But these are 30-inch by 9-inch wide Maxxis Zillas on 14-inch rims with a 5+2 offset, and man, it looks awesome. I couldn't believe that we were able to fit them. And after they didn't rub in the back, but we went ahead and trimmed it, and we trimmed right here, and we took the panel off down here, just popped them 2 body panel clips off, and rub and gone. So Nicholas wanted the maximum amount of ground clearance that he could get, and he is now sitting at 12.5 inches of ground clearance. That's with the 30-inch Maxxis Zillas, which you know are super light mud tires, the lightest mud tires you can get. And so, I mean, he's not sacrificing engine power, because those are lighter than some 27-inch big mud grips. So, I mean, the 500 will handle these with 0 problems. But anyways, I wanted you to see that. A lot of people will get to see it at Mudbash this weekend. But let's get to a couple of things I'm having with the 800. One thing that, of course, let's go ahead and address this. You saw that I slipped the belt on the 800, and I looked at the footage again. I was in 4-wheel drive when I was backing out when it started slipping. I'll show you that footage right here, right now. And so you see I'm backing out, I'm in 4-wheel drive, and the belt starts slipping on me. And I didn't want to tear my belt up, so I got the 4-wheeler up just enough to where I could hold the front brake, and I got Nicholas to pull me out, and I let it sit for just a minute. I looked for a drain plug. I couldn't find it at the moment, but as you saw in the last video, I ended up finding the drain plug, because I was like, man, for sure I got some water in the outlet of the CVT. So we drove it back up to the shop, and man, it drove fine. It wasn't slipping any right after, you know, we let it sit for a minute. So I still don't know if, you know, you saw me pull the belt cover off and it was dry. I don't know if it was just maybe a little bit of water got in there and it made the belt slip. Some people were asking, hey, are the ITP cryptids, are they too much for the stock clutch setup? And I mean, honestly, it doesn't feel like it, because man, it's still super snappy. The throttle response is there. I still got plenty of power. I mean, I don't know. So I'm still experimenting on that. I haven't done any clocking or adjustments to the clutch. This is still the same belt that I slipped. And man, we kept riding after that, and it did great. So I don't know. I'm still up in the air about that, but that's not a huge problem. I didn't break anything. The only other issue I had was I blew my fan fuse, and I've noticed that other people are having some of the same problems. But it's the 15 amp fan fuse right here that blew. I took a spare out. They give you 2 15 amp spares and 1 10 amp spare. But I replaced it, and I went and I got some more that I will have with me this weekend. And but anyhow, I got that replaced, and I don't know why my fan blew, or I don't know why the fuse blew. The fan is not locked up or anything. There's nothing in it. The only thing I can think of is when I was going through that deep water, when I first crossed it, I think it was going through a heat cycle, and so the radiator fan turned on while it was in the water, and it was trying to overcome the inertia of starting up the fan while in water, and it was having to act as a propeller. And that's all I can think of. Maybe that's why it blew the fuse. So anyways, I'm going to pay attention to that this weekend, as well as the CVT. I'll pay attention to it. You'll see after this weekend, I'll start posting videos from this ride this weekend, and we'll find out if we have any more issues. But so far, man, we've been pushing the 500, the 800, the 600, and even Brother Aaron, he hadn't had a single issue with this 2018 400. Nicholas has not had a single issue with this 500, and he's been running big tires. You know, he's been running these System 3 XT300s, and he's had no issues. So if all I've had as an issue on this is a little blown fuse because of my problem of going in too deep of water, and we got to figure out the issue with the belt slipping. I know some other people are having that problem. We'll figure it out. But man, so far guys, I got nothing to complain about. These things are running great, having a blast with them. Now I will say this, my buddy Cody, who just bought a 2020 CForce 500, is having some issues with, and I've seen people have this issue with the 500 where, you know, it's all of a sudden after it gets, after you've been riding for a little while, the fuel system starts acting crazy and it won't want to idle. It'll die on you. You'll have to give it gas. It almost acts like a cold-natured carburetor bike. Now, I've seen other people fix this issue by running premium gas and some good gas treatment. So we're still investigating that problem. But like I said, Nick has had, this is a 2018 500. He ain't had a problem with it. So, but anyways, those are the only issues we've had. And like I said, those aren't really big deals. So we're working on those. We're going to figure out a solution. And man, so far, all these are doing great. And we look forward to pushing them more and showing the world what the durability and quality of these CFMOTOs are like. So hopefully this weekend will go great. You'll get to see some footage from that. And maybe I'll get to meet some of y'all at Burdens Creek ATV Park this weekend. I'm sorry this video went so long, but I wanted to give you as much information as possible. Comment any question that you have and I will try to get to you. And remember, you can go to Patreon. The link is in my in the description, and there I can better interact with you. I can send pictures if you have questions and you want to see a detailed video. I can do that better through Patreon. And I want to thank my patrons that are watching right now. Thank you for supporting me. If you enjoy this content and want to help build this channel up, man, we would appreciate it if you consider becoming a patron of Real Talk Powersports. It truly is a blessing, and I really enjoy making these videos for y'all. So it's a family thing. We love doing it. My wife loves riding. My kids love riding. And I get to do this with my friends, and it's awesome. I love it. So I want to keep giving you good entertainment, some fun rides, as well as informative videos. And anyways, look, I'm going to stop rambling now. So give a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and we will see you in the next video, guys. God bless y'all and stay safe.